In the fast-changing world of mobility, the Floow supports insurers with mobile experiences and predictive analytics that increase customer engagement and safety. Today, they will share with us how to create better insurance products using OEM data, fundamentally changing the way insurance is priced and consumed using connected technology. Please welcome to the stage, the Floow.
Hello and good afternoon. I'm Aldo Montefort. I'm CEO and founder of the Floow, and today I will share the stage with Matt Schock, our managing director responsible for sales in the EMEA region at the Floow. The primary goal in this conversation together this afternoon is to share with you how we are harnessing the power of connected data coming directly from equipment built on board by the OEMs with smartphone data, and in the process, craft the best connected insurance products ever envisaged. Before I delve into this, and I let Matt take you through a detailed discussion of the product and the demo, let me share a few remarks about the Floow. A very, very simple vision to share. Everything we do is inspired by the ambition to make mobility safer. Started a company a decade ago, built a portfolio of amazing insurance partners spanning the world, some of the largest global insurance organizations from Direct Line, Aviva in Europe, Progressive in the US, and many others, entrust the Floow as their custodian of mobility data. We act as their trusted collector and refiner of mobility data in support of their connected insurance products. I mentioned we built the company from scratch, bootstrapped from the beginning, grew thanks to the support and the trust of our clients. However, in April of this year, we completed a meaningful transaction, the merger with NASDAQ-listed Autonomo. And the objective of this transaction was very simple, was to enable our partners to access connected car data and extend the Floow agnostic refinery from smartphones and third-party aftermarket devices that we pioneered since 2012 to the tsunami of connected car data that is in existence out there. Today, I want to leave you with some very practical takeaways. There are some immediately implementable solutions that we're bringing to market that's important we present. And this slide condenses it all. It's what we call Floow Fusion. Is the fusion of data coming from smartphones, some amazing data that inform us about destruction, which is the most powerful predictor of claim propensity, with data coming from the equipment natively built on board by the OEMs themselves. A few remarks about the Floow, for those who are not familiar with our organization. 120 folks in my team, 250 in the wider Autonomous Floow organization, mostly geeks. 70% of my staff are scientists, computer, data, actuaries, social scientists, completely dedicated, single-mindedly focused on motor insurance, a platform that ingests data from any sensing device out there, smartphone standalone, which we pioneered with the tag, third-party aftermarket devices, and again, connected car data now. Amazing clients. You see some of our clients there. The most long-standing ones include Direct Line, very interesting case in the UK, the market leader, because they provide connected products powered by smartphones, third-party aftermarket devices, connected car data, so already live in the approach of crafting the best possible connected products regardless of data source and trusting Floow as their centralized connected platform. Or Progressive in the US. Their program is called Snapshot ProView. Progressive Commercial Lines are the largest underwriter of commercial insurance in the US. They rely on Floow for Snapshot ProView, a very successful commercial line solutions dedicated to micro fleets. And the OEM partnerships. 22, 23, in fact, as of last week, global agreements with as many OEMs. Pretty much almost any OEM, any vehicle manufacturer you can think of is already connected through the Autonomous Floow platform. 50+ million vehicles are already attached through pipes into our back end. There is no other organization in the world, something I'm really proud of, that can offer access to such a wide range of data sets. On the back of this is born Floow Fusion. And a global partnership with Munich Re, an amazing partner of ours who introduces Floow into their primary customers on a global basis. So, with the advent of connected car data, I'm sure you agree that the necessity, the importance of having a capable platform that can ingest and process significant data sets is even more meaningful. Why is that? Because the complexity abounds. Each OEM have their own data silos. Data formats and dictionaries are different from vehicle maker to vehicle maker. The volumes are enormous. And of course, needless to say, we need to be extremely compliant with data privacy regulation and operate as directed by each regulatory framework in every different jurisdiction. But solving this problem delivers a holy grail of data sets. These are just some examples of data that we collect from vehicles. In some cases, up to 250 data fields. Think of tire pressure, tire friction, number of people sitting in the car thanks to the seatbelt tensioning information set, weather data coming from the car, and you name it. And many of these data sets have significant insurance value. We transform them into insights that carry predictive actuarial lift for our insurance partners. So you see how the ability now to combine data coming from the vehicles with data coming from handsets delivers a much better vista into the policyholder. It enables the visionary leaders within our insurance organization partners to think next generation products that delight and surprise end users. Insurance is our bread and butter. Thanks to the combination with Autonomo, we are now offering our services to a number of adjacent spaces, fleets, of course, who can now deliver fleet management solution without having to encumber the fleet managers with aftermarket devices and the associated logistics. Everything is coming directly from the car. Or planners of electric vehicle charging stations, or planners of road infrastructure who use connected car data to deliver more precision into their craft, into the analysis of traffic, origin-destination analytics, and so on. Some statistics, some are publicly available, and anybody can find them, but there is one that originates from a survey we performed at the Floow, interestingly, across the UK, Germany, and the US. And it's the second to your right. 81% of drivers believing that insurance should be priced based on how individuals drive. All these statistics fundamentally point to the fact that the consumer market is maturing, is ready to embrace connected products. And the other one, look bottom right, 100% of cars coming into the market in Europe, and about 90 to 95% in the US, are already connected at origin. So, in a nutshell, we are crafting a next generation, a novel generation of connected products that surprise and engage end users through connection with both devices, assets that are most important in somebody's life, the car and the smartphone. The connection with the vehicle is truly unprecedented in our space. And it delivers to our OEM, to our insurance partners, both the ability to differentiate their offering, but also, very importantly, protection against the risk of disintermediation from the OEMs. From an end user standpoint, access to safety features, the notion that we know, not in 80% of the cases, but 100% of the cases when the airbag deploys, means we can trigger rescue services that save lives. Education, you see there scores, loyalty and rewards, all these elements delight the end user and put us in a position to finally deliver an insurance experience that's more akin to those other mobile experiences consumers are delighted by. Think of consuming Spotify, music on Spotify. Insurance, in our vision, delivers the same level of engagement. So I want to leave you with the notion that we can create something truly unprecedented in insurance. It's possible now. We don't need to wait for any time. All of this is available now. Granted, it's a bold move, and incumbent insurers are oftentimes hesitant in addressing and changing the status quo. The opportunity is for the visionary leaders in this audience who can exploit a first-mover advantage and contribute to make mobility truly safer, thanks to the combination of connected car data and smartphone data. I leave it with Matt, who's going to provide you much more detail about this, and hope to see you at our booth, the Floow, out there. Thank you.
Thanks, Aldo. Halfway. So Aldo's talked about how we're going to help our customers leverage the value in connected car data using Floow Fusion. And we're doing this by bringing together the data sets from mobile apps together with connected car. But why are we doing it this way? And we're doing it this way for two key reasons. So at the moment, connected car data is variable. So despite the fact that with the Autonomo platform, through one API connection, you can access data from multiple manufacturers, and through the Autonomo Consent Hub, the consent experience, the end user, is simpler. It's still a variability in connected car data. So by using the mobile phone is a constant. Whether they're driving a Ford or an Audi or a BMW, our mobile app collects exactly the same data sets, provides exactly the same predictive scores for speed, for time of day, for aggression, and critically, as Aldo mentioned, mobile phone distraction, the most important risk data set of all. And then we overlay that with connected car data. The second reason is an economic one. With the mobile phone, it's much cheaper to collect really granular GPS data for behavioral scores than it is to collect that from connected cars today. So the mobile app remains front and center, providing those really predictive risk scores, and we overlay the connected car data to allow us to do a number of things by using the most widely available data sets, such as the odometer. So that allows us to effectively verify, was that journey performed in insured vehicle 1? Was it performed in insured vehicle 2? Or maybe even another vehicle, perhaps a taxi journey. Then on top of that, we overlay things such as stolen vehicle recovery services, better FNOL by using event triggers from the car. And then in phase 2, we unlock all those other data sets that Aldo mentioned, such as weather information, how many people in the car, data sets that we believe there's real insurance risk prediction value in. We will unlock those data sets going forward. So this Floow Fusion product enables a range of new propositions for our partners. At the simplest level, mileage-based policies. Now we all know post-pandemic, there's many, many more people work from home, drive low mileage, and we see an increase in the number of mileage-based insurance products launching. Obviously, this becomes much simpler with accurate odometer data from the vehicle. But with the mobile phone also collecting data, we can create hybrid mileage-based propositions by factoring in behavioral data. Now, one of our clients has just launched what I think is a really clever mileage-based policy, because at its heart, it is a mileage-based policy. The user pays a base subscription cost and pays for their miles, but for good behavior, they get rewarded with bonus miles, which I think is a really clever way of bringing behavioral insurance policies to the masses outside of young drivers. But then further than that, Floow Fusion allows us to bring together our insurance partners with manufacturers to create really differentiated propositions. So here you can see, I've picked JLR just at random, here you can see the user with a Jaguar app on their phone. Our SDK is in that app, collecting the data. all the behavioral data we do today with our behavioral scores. In parallel, the vehicle data, as we mentioned, provides all those other data sets, odometer, fuel data, maintenance and service data. And that allows us to provide a number of different pieces of value. First of all, for the insurers, not only can we provide today's really predictive risk scores, but all that range of future risk scores that we know we can unlock from that connected car data to provide better risk insights to our insurance partners and also more accurate EFNOL. To the end user, we provide a much more differentiated proposition where they can access services, all the services relating to their vehicle ownership, and hopefully get more competitive insurance pricing as well. And you can see here that with the SDK in the app, it opens up the option for manufacturers to extend cover to the driver's other vehicles from other brands as well. So lastly, I'm just going to give you a view of how we see this turning into a really differentiated end-user proposition. So it's an end-user proposition that puts the end user in control of all the aspects of the vehicle ownership value chain, including financing, including insurance, and including service and diagnostics as well. And it means that the manufacturer gets a really, truly differentiated proposition. They drive more use of the dealer services, and there's more customer engagement and hopefully more customer loyalty. So I'm going to demonstrate that to you now. If I can wake my phone up, I'm going to give you effectively our view of the new user proposition, which, great, the technology works. So you can see here an app where the user has access to all the different elements of the the vehicle ownership value chain. So starting off on the front page, so here it's Floow branded, but this could be the manufacturer's app, could be the app of a dealership group, even the insurer. But here we're showing you a Floow branded vision of how this user experience works. So the user can view a summary of all their vehicle information, the doors, windows, hood, trunk, are they all locked? They can view the fuel or battery level of the vehicle, or the remaining range. And coming down, importantly, they can view the service information. So when's the next statutory vehicle inspection or MOT? When's the next brake fluid, air or engine oil change due, or the next service? And if there's a breakdown, they can request assistance. On the next tab, the user can see vehicle financing information. They may have purchased the vehicle using a finance plan, a PCP plan, or something similar. They can see when the next payment's due and the payment history, and the finance plan documents. Importantly, they have an insurance section in the app. They can see their insurance policy and administer it. Now, in this example, so far the user's only purchased a 30-way drive-away policy, but they could upgrade that within the app. They can see their score, the details of their policy coverage, and they can access their policy documents, including their insurance card if they need to exchange information. And then, as this is a connected insurance policy, clearly they can view the journeys they've driven. They can view their journeys, the routes they've taken, the events that have happened, their driver scores, and how to achieve better scores. And then, lastly, they can have all their service information and request assistance. So if there's a serious injury, they can straight away request emergency assistance. If there's a breakdown, they can request breakdown assistance and see progress of the roadside recovery. And lastly, and importantly, if they need to raise a claim, they can initiate that claim straight through the app as well. So you can see for the user, they can access all those different elements of the vehicle ownership value chain through one app, providing them a really, really differentiated experience. And this is our view of how the future of connected motor insurance looks. We'd be very happy to share with you more details on our stand and give you a QR code to access this demo as well. So I really hope to talk to you all later. Thank you.